What's up, guys? My name is Reckless, and in today's video we're going to be starting the first of what I hope is many videos in a series I am calling How to Get Better at Apex Legends. We're going to be going over gameplay knowledge, practical and tactical tips, and general gameplay advice to help you improve overall as a player, and in the end, get more wins in Apex Legends. As always, I hope you enjoy the video, and be sure to stick around until the end as I got a special announcement. Is this the part where I'm supposed to do the whole annoying YouTube thing where I'm like, hey, like my video, subscribe, that kind of thing?
No, you do that at the end.
Ah, well, shoot, in that case.
Let's go.
All right, guys, I'm going to be going over 5 different aspects in this video that I believe are going to help you improve roughly to the average to the below average player. Now, there's probably some pro players that can even pick up a thing or two in the video, but I am going to be focusing more on the average to the below average players, as I just got through what I believe is that kind of hump to where I'm a little bit more better than the average player, and because of that, I feel like I have the experience to kind of help someone else along and going through those things while playing Apex Legends. So these 5 different aspects are going to range from tactical gameplay advice to game knowledge that will help improve as a player overall. These are going to be the same types of things that the pro players do, whether they have the natural skill sets or they have worked and crafted their skills. Another thing to mention is these are in no particular order. I'm trying to bring you guys value by giving you practical tips and advice that will not just help you improve as a player, but tips that are not already out there on YouTube going over the same old bullshit. So let's hop right in. First on the list is going to be hand-to-hand combat advice. In Apex Legends, you have 3 melee options available. The standard right hook, which you just hit the melee button while standing, walking, or running to accomplish this. Next, you can uppercut by first sliding and then pressing the melee button. And the drop kick, which you just press the melee button while in air. These are the 3 options. Now, for the most part, we really only engage in hand-to-hand combat during early game drops in the rare, intense, close-quarter gunfights. But did you know that one of these 3 options actually has an advantage over the other 2? Do you know which one it is? It's drop kicking. The cooldown for the drop kick is actually faster, so you can get more hits in on your enemy than they can get in on you in the same time, assuming they are just using regular melee like most people do anyway. This is one of those tactical tips and also game knowledge type tips that really help you improve overall as a player. So the next time you're in a situation where you have to melee, maybe you can drop kick, knock down your enemy. Now, second on the list is going to be legend specific. WRAITH specific, to be more exact. WRAITH's special ability is the WRAITH portal. We know from game data that the portal lasts for 60 seconds. However, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's not a timer for the portal, unfortunately. But no worries, we have somewhat of a solution. At least for WRAITH herself, if you're playing the character, here's the tip. Once you finish up the portal, your special begins to recharge itself again for the next use. When your ultimate charges up to 39%, that is when the 60-second threshold is reached and the portal disappears. Now you have a timer. The rest of the team doesn't know, but if you put your portal down and are aware of this tip, then be a good teammate and make the information call out. When you get about 35%, tell your teammate they have about 10 seconds left. Plus or minus a few, but it's close enough. The benefit of this knowledge is you can evade if you're in danger at the last minute and ensure that you're not followed. Or you could even draw an enemy in and then they have no way to retreat easily. If you get creative with this, you can really use this to your advantage. Now, third on our list is going to be more game knowledge about going down. Now, I know we don't like to talk about it, but unless you're Shroud or Dizzy, then unfortunately, we are all going to be very familiar with getting downed. Well, I can't speak for every one of you watching, but at least that's the way it is for me. Well, I don't know if you knew this, but the first time you go down in a match, your teammates have 90 seconds to revive you, a whole minute and a half. But the second time you go down, you only have 60 seconds, just 1 minute. Now, there is a way around this. Just die. No, seriously. If you die and your banner is picked up by your teammate and you respawn, the counter will reset for the next time you get knocked down. You will have another 90 seconds. And then again, get knocked down again, goes down to 60. Not much you can do tactically with this tip, but it's still good to be aware of this type of thing, because if it's on the flip side and your teammate has gotten killed more than once in a match, you need to be aware that you have less time to recover his banner and bring him back. Now, the fourth thing on our list is going to be focusing on the loadout, specifically what types of weapons you like to use. Are you a light weapon player? Do you prefer the heavy weapons? There is a lot of talk about the weapons from other YouTubers, and it's focused on SMGs, snipers, ARs, that kind of the differences. Well, there's also a subtle difference about the types of ammo, specifically how the ammo seems to have different effects on the enemy and how it travels. Now, some of you may already know that the energy ammo registers differently than all the other ammo in the game. It is basically hit scan. If you sight in on your target and pull the trigger, you hit the enemy for the most part. This is common in games like Call of Duty and other popular first-person shooters. The other ammo, light and heavy, have bullet drop, and you have to lead your target. Firing at a distance requires you to factor in direction of travel on top of bullet drop. Now, there is also a lesser-known aspect about the heavy ammo that is, in my opinion, game-changing and gives you an edge in a gunfight. When you are hit with heavy ammo, you actually move slower. Actually, it stops full sprint speed movement while you are being hit, but you can still move without any kind of restrictions. It's not like the caustic gas that actually affects base speed, disrupts your vision and stuff like that, but it makes it where it's harder for you to get away quickly and reposition with minimal damage, especially if you were caught off guard by the enemy and they get the drop on you. Again, this works on the flip side, so use this to your advantage. This little aspect, at least for me, makes me not so quick to pass up on a flatline, especially early game as I look for the Spitfire to upgrade later on in the game. It all depends on how the game develops, but use this tip next time you're looking for your next gun. Now, coming in fifth and last spot on the list is going to be more tactical gameplay advice. High ground, high ground, high ground. You can see from the gameplay in the background that several of these gunfights that I enter, I try to get an elevated position on the enemy in one way, shape, or form. This is more general first-person shooter tactical advice, but with Apex Legends' fast gameplay and mechanics, getting the high ground on your enemy really sets you up with an advantage to win the gunfight. You maintain the advantageous angle on your enemy, exposing the least amount of your body, while the enemy has to expose themselves more just to counter you. This tactical maneuver in a gunfight will help you win more gunfights, so use this whenever you can to your advantage, which, given the layout of Kings Canyon, there are plenty of opportunities to reposition to a higher ground in a gunfight. Now, that wraps up our first video in the new series, How to Get Better at Apex Legends. I really do hope you liked the video and found something of value just from watching. I really do try not to come out with the same type of bullshit tips just for the sake of making a tip video. However, at the same time, some of the most beneficial tips that will actually help you become a better player at times are basic advice. Like my first tip video I made, which I'm going to go ahead and drop a link on the screen right now if you want to see, which it says, practice, practice, practice. You know as well as I do that practice will help you improve. But what do you practice on? That's where the disconnect is occurring, and I'm hoping that this video series will help bring value to players who are needing that type of direction. Now let's talk about this announcement. I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway. I'm enjoying making these videos so much that I want to give back to the people who are watching them. That's you. In the past month, we've actually gained over 30 subscribers, and to me, that is just amazing. You have no idea. I'm over here jumping up and down every time I see someone subscribed. It means so much to me that someone thought enough to hit the subscribe button. So, let's get the fire lit. Once we reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a free pair of Control Freaks to one lucky random person. I'm not exactly sure how the giveaway will go, but it's going to be easy and straight to the point. Like and comment on the video when it comes up. That's it. I don't want any stupid to-do list for my viewers, just a simple like and comment. I figure comment is the easiest way for me to choose a random person. Anyways, I'll get more into the details when the time comes, so in the meantime, be sure to tell everyone about the most amazing, most fantastic YouTube channel, PewDiePie. Nah, I'm just fucking around, man. Tell everyone about the best Apex Legends YouTube channel. You know what the YouTubers do. They ask you to like, subscribe, and share, that kind of thing. So if you're still hanging around, you know how we do it over here. Tap, slap, and smack that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. More shit coming out, and you're not going to want to miss it. Thanks again. My name is Reckless, and I'm out.